What's happening, friends, and welcome to episode 110 of Next Gen Newsweek, featuring nice little chime noises in the background. My name is Mitch. Joining me, as always, Richard.
Yes, I'm here.
Michael.
Hello.
And Chase.
Hello.
Hello. Happy God of War Ragnarok / Blood Moon / Odin's Day. I think that's everything right that happened. That's gaming related stuff. Yeah, it's a big week for PlayStation fans. It's also a big week if you're into Pokemon spoilers, but we're not going to talk about that here today. But yeah, if you're into that scene, you're eating good. That's all I got to say. We have a great show for you this week, as always. We got some stuff all around the board, from interesting games coming out on the Switch that no one thought were going to happen, to new information about Xbox and Activision's deal involving Call of Duty, and then a bunch of PlayStation stuff, talking about God of War, Horizon, Final Fantasy, all that fun stuff.
I got a question though. Since we're audio only, wouldn't that make us a great tell instead of a great show?
Oh,
I mean, sure. That's a good way of looking at it. But anyway, let's start off like we always do.
Got some great tale for y'all guys.
Yeah. With what we've been playing this past week, Michael, would you like to start off this time?
I don't think I've played anything this week.
really?
This is a gaming show. You have to game to be on this show.
All right, you're fired.
I think I
Failed your
played
assignment.
the stock market and I failed.
Yeah, you did.
I played the lottery. I also did not win that either.
Okay,
Dang.
fair.
I wish you had.
Yeah.
Me too.
So you've at
funny.
least played yourself.
Ah.
Not in November.
Oh,
Unless I see Pete. I
Mm.
mean, yeah, Pokemon. Yeah, unless I see Pokemon. Vaporeon specifically.
Yeah. Lord. Richard, what have you been playing?
Man, not much. Not to pull a Michael. Yeah, I'm still working through another purchase of Graveyard Keeper on the Switch, trying to get that stuff. Working a little bit to get my daughter Spider-Gwen on Fortnite, and then I wrapped up the Core Keeper, which is a I think it's one of those beta games, or no, not beta, alpha. I don't know. You can play it before it really comes out.
Yeah,
it's one of
betas
the-
are not allowed to play that game.
Okay, well,
early access.
what early access? That's the term I'm looking for. It's an early access on Steam. It's very much like Terraria, but it's more like a top down. I actually think it's a little bit more difficult than Terraria, but they got another big release, content release coming out tomorrow.
Look, top down, big release. There's only so much talk I
Yeah.
can take this
Hey,
November.
it's called the Desert of Beginnings.
Interesting.
So the cover art, it looks like they're going to add what appears to be dune buggies to the game. So I think that's pretty sweet.
Hell
But yeah, they even did a Terraria crossover event with Terraria, probably about 2 months back or something like that. So yeah, it's very much like a Terraria game. It's got really cool pixel art. I do think it's a little bit more difficult, but they just had a Halloween event that wrapped up that you cannot play now unless you have a computer that you can adjust date and time settings on. If your computer can do that, then you can just rewind time to Halloween. But
imagine your Nintendo Switch can do something that your PC cannot do.
Yeah, not a whole lot, but yeah, a little bit.
Good deal. Chase, Have you been playing God of War or
I've
anything
been
else?
playing. Yes, I finished the God of War, the first one. Well,
I
the
really thought he was about to say I
I've
just
already
finished God
finished.
of War
I've already finished
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok.
It's
Yeah,
like it hadn't even been out 24 hours.
uh, no, like yeah, I finished the first God of War of the Norse series, and then because I just wanted to like a full recap on the story, um, and then I realized I had like yeah, yesterday. Yesterday I had a little bit of time to kill before the Ragnarok release. So I played Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, which was a lot of fun, and they got bumped it up for the PS5. So they added a little bit more features to it. And then yeah, I went into work at 6 in the morning today, so I could get off early and play Ragnarok. And I got home and to my apartment not opening, so I had to call maintenance and try to get them to fix my door. And then after that, I jumped into Ragnarok, and I'm really enjoyed it so far. It like they didn't change like a whole lot to the combat and stuff, but they added more to it. Everything just feels way more polished, way more clean. The combat just feels so much like it felt good before. Like I mean, because I just finished the other one, but it feels like way better now. And um, I was noticing that like since your weaponry and everything pretty much like not all your abilities carry over from the other game, but some of your abilities come transfer over from the new game. So yeah, I won't spoil too much, but yeah, I mean, I'm only like a few hours into it, but I'm gonna like definitely 100% it. So I'm like going every corner of the map and checking every chest and taking down every enemy I come across, and I'm just having a blast so far.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be looking forward to hearing more about God of War Ragnarok in the coming weeks. Definitely no spoilers for
Yeah.
anyone on here. Mine's downloading, so I've got at the mercy of my poo internet. It'll probably be ready tomorrow before I actually get to play it, but we'll see. In my corner, I've been just um, trucking away at Twilight Princess HD. I'm on what is, oh god, I actually don't know. It's called the City in the Sky. It's like the second to last main dungeon in the game. I forgot how long this game is. Like, there's so much. Like, and I'm not even like trying to 100% it. I did that a long time ago on the Wii version. I ain't trying to do all that. Um, but man, like this game is like there's some parts where it is like I could just sit down and play for hours, and there's some parts like there's a lot of backtracking involved, and it's very primitive fast travel for like a GameCube game. That's and so there's a lot of little one-off back and forth things, and it's kind of frustrating, and makes me can't wait for a new Zelda game that has better fast travel that I can
Yes.
play instead of this one. But that's my only gripe, is the fast travel. I got over I mean, obviously the graphics are not going to hold up in today's standards, but like embracing that it still looks 100 times better than the GameCube version or the Wii version, in that matter. And other than like a one-off game of Mario Party and some Smash Brothers, that's pretty much all I've had time for the past week. It's been a hell of a week. But speaking of this week though, let's talk about what games are coming out. A lot of stuff that didn't realize was coming out on the Switch in particular. But a little to the left, which is a game where you are trying to decorate your room or apartment room or bedroom or whatever, and there's a cat that constantly is knocking your shit over.
Yeah, that game looks so cool. Like I
It
want to play it so much, so bad.
it was released on Switch, I believe, earlier this year. It's now coming out on PC.
I'm actually going to Switch on the 9th,
Oh, I thought it already came out. But anyway,
or it's just today.
oh, okay, yeah. Never mind. I guess if I just looked down, use my eyeballs, scrolled like 6 things down, I would have seen that.
Yeah.
Football Manager 2023 came out yesterday. Oddworld Soulstorm, which was originally a PS5 exclusive, to pretty good reviews. Is now out on the Switch with less than ideal reviews. So obviously it probably don't run too well.
Like there were frame rate issues on the PS5, and I could not imagine how that's going to run on the Switch.
Ew.
Yeah.
Richard, Return to Monkey Island coming out
Yeah.
on PS5 yesterday. Is that
Yeah.
a pickup again?
No. That's a PC game.
Oh, that's right. You got it on PC. Not
I
on
usually
Switch.
don't defend the Well, see, I like situations like Resident Evil where I could play like all of them on the same console. The only way you can play all the Monkey Islands together is PC. So that was a PC purchase that I still have not played yet.
Former PlayStation exclusive Sifu released on Switch yesterday. One of the last major game releases of the year, Sonic Frontiers, released on all platforms yesterday. Did anybody get Sonic Frontiers, or was planning on getting Sonic Frontiers?
I'll get it eventually. Like it does look cool. Like I feel like they did with Sonic Frontiers like what they did with the Sonic movie. Like they put it out there and like, oh man, people are going to talk about it, and then like it gets hype built up around it, or or negative hype about it, and then they just like fix it and make it better.
Yeah.
So, Richard, were you gonna say something?
I watched the trailer for it again. That's about it. I don't know if I'll. I mean, it still seems kind of lacking something. I don't know.
I feel like its story is probably not like one to remember, but like maybe the game. I mean, it looks gorgeous.
Yeah,
from what we've seen of it.
Sonic is usually one of those games that drops in price really fast, so I'm gonna waiting for that.
Sure. See one of them Black Friday dump bins in a couple weeks. maybe not that soon, but yeah. God of War Ragnarok, like we already talked about, getting 9 and 10 out of 10s, except for like someone was posting about how like one reviewer gave it like a 6 over like something completely stupid. Like it almost felt like it was a satire review, but I think it was like a legitimate review that gave it a 6 over something. But apparently it was so irrelevant that it's still sitting at a 93 or whatever on Metacritic. So just got glazed over there, or glossed over, sorry. Once Upon a Jester coming out to Switch and PC today. Rogue Legacy 2 for Switch today. Vampire Survivors comes out tomorrow for all of the Xboxes. The Atari 50 anniversary celebration comes out this Friday for all platforms. And then this one I actually didn't know was coming. It's Resident Evil 2 coming out on the Switch, like the remake of RE2. I don't know is that supposed to be a cloud game, or is that just like a regular? It doesn't say cloud version.
I don't know. It may be a cloud version.
Really interesting.
Yeah, like again, like I feel like it'd have to be a cloud. I mean, Resident Evil Village was a cloud version.
Yeah.
So, but it didn't say cloud version, so that's interesting. Tactics Ogre Reborn coming out Friday for PlayStation and Switch, and Valkyrie Elysium coming out on PC this Friday also. And then next Friday, on Friday, it'll be 1 week until Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Ooh.
Unless I get to play it early. Wink, wink. That's all stuff coming out this week. Hopefully there's something in there for everybody. We'll go ahead and kind of keep with the talk of God of War, though. Just a quick PSA for anyone who is picking this game up. There is a day one patch out that everyone at Sony Santa Monica wants you to know that you need to download it, or the game is going to run like butt, pretty much.
I will say that right before we started the podcast, probably about 10 minutes before we started, 10 minutes before I jumped on here, it did crash on me. So,
uh-oh.
I mean, it's a day one game. Like, I mean, it's kind of expected. So,
this patch includes nearly 200 fixes, including updates to gameplay quests, cinematics, dialogue, performance, UI, and more. Adjustments to dialogue timing to make conversations sound more natural, a more stable frame rate, reduced instances of crashing, and additional tuning and coverage for DualSense controller haptics. So, Update your game.
Uh,
I mean, if it's a day one patch, I would imagine your game would have already done it. But I guess it's for
yeah,
people
mine
who
did it
already played it
automatically.
early.
So.
Played that thing early. Next up, keeping with PlayStation, we will go ahead and jump into the PlayStation Plus Extra and PlayStation Plus Premium games coming out for November. So if you are a member of the PS Plus Extra tier, which is the mid-level, right? How their naming thing works, middle tier. You will now be able to have access to the Skyrim SE. I'm using a joke from earlier, but not the Skyrim 13 or 13 Pro or Pro Max. Rainbow Six Siege, every Kingdom Hearts game that's ever been made. That's not the 3DS one, I think. Oddworld Soulstorm, which has better reviews on PlayStation than it does on Switch. Division 2, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Corvs, What Remains of Edith Finch, which I've heard a lot of people talk about that game. I've never played it. It's a nice little. I think it's an Annapurna game.
It is an Annapurna.
Which they make good stuff. Gardens Between.
That game is real good too.
EDF World Brothers plus Iron Rain. Never heard of it. And One Chambara Origin. Also never heard of it. Jace, out of this list, is there anything you're going to try to pick up as soon as it comes out?
To play. Actually, I own most of this already.
Yeah, I guess you'd be playing any of the Tom Clancy games. I bet you don't own any of them.
Actually, I don't. Yeah, I don't. Actually, I do own Division 2 because it was on sale for like $5 at one point.
Good reason to buy Division 2.
And I did buy Breakpoint because they were going to add like something about solo player or something, and then I literally just jumped in the pile of shame. Actually, I think I own almost all these except for this EDF thing and this Oni Chambara and Rainbow Six.
Rainbow Six Siege is a very fun game, but it is only multiplayer and it is a very toxic game.
Okay.
It is on the same caliber of toxic as League of Legends and other MOBAs, which I think are still higher up than like Call of Duty. But Call of Duty is also up there. So
Yeah.
Richard, anything on this list spark your interest of trying to get and play?
No, I don't really like Switch games. Even though I've been playing the Switch primarily here for a few days. No, don't think so.
Well.
Oh, wait a minute. You know what?
He's mentioned the Switch and we're talking about PlayStation, so I just want to make sure he's looking at the right list.
Oh, maybe I was looking at the wrong list. I'm sorry. But you actually, that somehow reminded me that one game that I've been wanting, I think, has finally been released. It was supposed to come out on Halloween. Let me look at that real quick.
Was it Halloween Ends? Oh
no, The Unliving. I think that's available for purchase now. So I'll have to pick that up.
I look forward to hearing about that next week when we ask you what games you've been playing.
Yeah. It's a really cool Pikmin style game where you are a necromancer.
So you just have like Pikmin, but the zombie?
Yeah, like we're literally whatever you kill, you can immediately bring back to life.
Huh.
Oh. Speaking of zombies, I've also been playing Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War with my friends because they wanted to play zombies. Totally forgot about it. Definitely didn't play that for 6 hours straight the other day, but, it is what it is. Anyway, we can go back to what we were talking about. Quick Call of Duty tangent, once a week with them. Anyway, moving on to PlayStation Plus Premium tier. We have a bunch of Ratchet and Clank games because celebrating is it a 15th or 20th year anniversary. It's one of those two anniversaries. Anyway, starting November 15th, you have access to PS3 Ratchet and Clank 2, Going Commando, Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal, Ratchet and Clank Deadlocked, and Ratchet and Clank Future Tools of Destruction. These are all cloud streaming Ratchet and Clank games. So if you like cloud streaming, you can play Ratchet and Clank. or go buy a PlayStation 3. Whatever suits you. It's cloud streaming. Just you know what you get in your hands with. I guess we'll just go ahead and do all the PlayStation stuff and then quickly hit up on Xbox for a brief moment here. Sticking with PlayStation, Final Fantasy 16, it's coming out soon. Probably I'd say by May. It'll release around the same time as Zelda, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But they have according to the most recent ad, that game is going to be locked to PlayStation for 6 months. Not even coming to PC when it first comes out.
At least 6 months.
At least 6 months. When Final Fantasy VII Remake was announced, it was confirmed to have at least a 1-year exclusivity deal with Sony. That happened in, what was that? That was 2017, wasn't it? Or 2018?
It was... I can't remember.
It was very early. It was very long ago.
Yeah, it was a few years before it came to other consoles.
It has still not come to Xbox.
Oh, wait, it still hasn't come to Xbox?
Nope. It is exclusive.
It's on PC, right?
It's on PC. It came out to the Epic Game Store shortly, I think within a year. Was just released on Steam a few months ago, and still hasn't come to Xbox. So, Xbox fans, I wouldn't put a lot of hope into actually getting to play this game on an Xbox console, because as I don't know if we've reported on it on the show, or it's just been stuff in the headlines, but Sony loves to pay money to prevent games from going to Xbox. They pay that kind of money like Xbox buys studios with.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that Square Enix games really don't go to other platforms. Which I guess, actually, yeah, we'll just go ahead and talk about it. Let's do this in order that I had it in originally. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, big game that just launched on all platforms, generated over $1 billion in revenue in 10 days. Obviously, it's the number one dispute within the Activision Blizzard deal that Sony says, oh, we're going to lose so much money if we don't have Call of Duty. And Phil Spencer said, yeah, Call of Duty can stay on all platforms. It will never leave PlayStation if we own Activision Blizzard. And it's kind of like what I've said from the beginning. It's like, it's a cash cow. Like, how would you take that off of PlayStation whenever you charge your Game Pass members, which the Game Pass subscription is probably going to go up shortly after the holidays. I would imagine it's going to go up like $5 a month or something. So even then, just saying, gauging $20 a month for Game Pass, and you have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and you can charge PlayStation members $70 a game, and it's still going to generate $1 billion+ in revenue. And every time you drop one, it would make no sense to pull that game off of PlayStation. But anyway, yeah. So there's already talks about the game that's coming out next year. We already know this, the one that's coming out in 2024. New Warzone comes out next week. So I mean, it's literally going to generate an ungodly amount of money, and Xbox is committing to never taking it off of PlayStation. So I don't know.
Good for them, I guess.
Yeah, good for Xbox. They're gonna make so much money. They could they're gonna raise their prices $5 and put a dumb blue check mark next to your Game Pass subscription. That don't mean nothing. God, so that's a whole other can of worms.
I'm probably gonna cancel it
if it goes up, or just in general. Yeah.
No, if it goes up. It's worth $15 to me a month, but it's not worth $20 a month.
What if they got you with reverse sticker shock, where it's $19.99 a month?
Nope. No, they can sit on it. I don't like Microsoft anyway, so they're lucky. They're lucky they've gotten what they've gotten out of me so far.
Wasn't there another article going around saying that for every console Like the S
Oh, yeah.
console, like they were losing like either $100 or $2
Every
between 100,
Xbox,
between $100 and $200 for
every
every.
Xbox Microsoft sells, they lose $100 to $200, which means to me that means every Xbox Series S they sell, they lose 100, and every Series X they sell, they lose 200. But
Oh no, I think it's a bad move to like raise your prices, but you don't offer anything.
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
that's always
they
a bad
haven't
move.
confirmed that they're actually
yeah,
raising the
they haven't.
prices. They said that it's either going to be that they're going to raise the cost of the system or they're going to increase the price of Game Pass. But it won't be till sometime
It'll be
after the
after the
holidays.
holidays. Yeah,
Well, then they need to
But-
go ahead and just raise the price of the system. I mean, that's I even read an article talking about how like either the Switch or the Switch 2 that you're going to see a price increase on those as well.
Yeah, I saw that too. It was Nintendo has not ruled out increasing the price of the Switch.
Yeah.
Going forward, and we saw Sony. They outside the U.S. they raised the price of the PS5 by $50. So I guess to offset cost. The thing is though, is that Nintendo is the only company like
Then-
and that's why Nintendo has like weaker hardware is because they're the only company that makes money off of every unit that they sell.
See,
they
what's
will not
crazy?
lose money.
Like, I don't know if is it really like the hardware or is it shipping cost? Because
Probably
I mean,
both now.
I talk all the
Yeah.
time, about like Kickstarter and board games and stuff like that, and they always send a table out that has like estimated shipping. And I mean, shipping has increased in U.S., but like to other areas of the world, my gosh, shipping is
Yeah, it's insane.
ridiculous in
Yeah.
other areas of the world.
Yeah, I'm in some like collector groups and like they post screenshots of their shipping rates, and they're just like they'll order like 2 or 3 like PlayStation games or Switch games, and it's just like ridiculous, like $20 to ship a few games. It's just stupid.
Yeah. But yeah, I could see them probably raising I'd say they raise the cost of the Series X. I don't see them raising the cost of the Series S though,
Yeah,
because they've really locked in an audience for the $300 console. Like
Yeah, it's me, and
Yep.
I'll be pissed if they try and raise the subscription for the same crap I've had.
but I mean, if maybe on the flip side they offer different tiered subscriptions,
They
kinda
could, or
PlayStation
even like
Plus.
I said, if they added because what is it? There's something else that pops up all the time. Was
So,
it
yeah, so
EA or something like that? I mean,
Yeah, so Game Pass comes with EA, whatever EA subscription is built in. It comes with Ubisoft Plus built into it. But they've always done Xbox games with gold, which has been like their free games of the month kind of thing, like PlayStation Plus does.
right?
But since they've been prioritizing putting all of their like big hitters into the Game Pass subscription, the games with gold thing has really just sucked the past
Yeah,
couple.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. I like ever since I bought the Series S or whatever, I've not even looked at that
Yeah.
or claimed any of it. I mean,
But for a while, like when they first started doing it, they were giving out like 360 games that were really hard to find. They were giving out those kind of games all the time, and they made it worth it to people who don't want to spend a stupid amount of money looking around in like pawn shops and thrift stores and GameStop and stuff for these old 360 games. But starting back in like May or June, they said, "Hey, we've exhausted all the 360 games." And they're not like recirculating them again. Like it's not like, oh, you missed this one, where here it is again. They just stopped doing it. So they went from having like 6 games a month that they were doing to like 2 or 3, and they all suck. Like they're just, I mean, I don't want to say they suck. I haven't played half of them, but they just look like very cheap games when you got like Sony giving away like 2018 God of War and Ratchet and Clank, and they give away like all sorts of these really just major hitter games. And you've got Xbox. Oh, this is Dinkle Flip Flops Doopy Land. I don't know. I'm just making up Rick and Morty words, I guess. But just so I don't know. But if they added something to the subscription to make it worth it, I mean, if people will pay Nintendo like whatever it is a month to play N64 games, I'm sure Microsoft can find some way of raising the cost of Game Pass to make it like. Maybe they make a subscription that has 360 games in it, and they just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Do some stupid original Xbox games. But anyway,
Or
nothing.
release Nintendo 64 games on their platform.
Maybe.
That'll work.
I still anticipate one day we're gonna wake up and it's gonna say Microsoft and Nintendo are working together. Like they just buy them or something. I don't think it'll happen in the near future, but if Nintendo releases one more shitty console, like if they do they have another Wii U on their hands or something, like I could see them tanking drastically. But who knows? We got two more things.
We can only hope. I would love for somebody to own Nintendo that would actually produce like more titles than Nintendo does.
And virtual console.
Speaking of Nintendo, one other thing, Creatures Inc. They're the people who work on they're the people that come up with the Pokemon. So whenever you have sexual fantasies about Vaporeons or like really hate a design of a Pokemon, Creatures Inc. are the people that are behind that, not actually Game Freak and Nintendo. They all work together. Anyway, Creatures Inc. put out a job listing looking for people who are experienced in working on next generation hardware. So probably Scarlet and Violet are like the last main Pokemon games we're going to get on the Switch if they're hiring up to be working on what comes next. Which means maybe we're getting close to whatever the next Nintendo console is. I've only been saying that on this show for what feels like 3 years now.
Yeah.
Or going on 3 years. So we're hopefully getting close to that. But anyway, back to our abundance of PlayStation news. Horizon Zero Dawn, or I guess the Horizon series, is reportedly has a MMO in the works from Sony and NC Soft, which I'm not familiar with them. I guess they're the Guild Wars developers.
Yeah.
But they have started recruiting for a new project, which is rumored to be an MMO based on Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West, which is a pretty big world of things you could explore with that. I'm not the biggest MMO person, but Richard, you are a big MMO guy. So would you be interested in trying out an MMO in the Horizon universe?
Am I? I don't know. Maybe
You play Elder Scrolls Online.
There
That's
was-
an MMO.
me and Michael were actually talking about that beforehand. And yeah, I mean, I probably would. I think it would play similar to something like a Fallout 76 or something like that, a co-op thing that you'd go across. Probably one of those things where you probably could play it single player if you wanted to, but they may do like, I don't know, like some timed events or something that you would have to have like multiple people to take down like a certain robot or something like that. So I don't know.
Yeah. I can see that because it'd be like kind of like Monster Hunter ish.
Yeah. So I mean, if I'd give it a shot. Yeah, sure, why not?
Michael, what about you? What do you think about it?
I would, but I'm curious about what type of gameplay they would have. Like I've flirted with MMOs before. Played a few.
I flirted. I took him out to a date once.
Yeah, I gave him a little tongue, but yeah, I'm just kind of curious as to what we would see. Maybe like some crossover skins.
Oh yeah, if you get crossover skins, Michael's in.
Yeah, that's all you need.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm not the biggest MMO guy, but I mean, I imagine it would probably look / play kind of like ESO. But I don't know if they would like change the camera perspective or anything, or keep it like, I guess, like Horizon.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
also
play
just,
it.
I haven't even played Forbidden West yet. I'm so behind. I'm so behind on everything. Nintendo releases a game and I'm like, man, that takes priority over everything. It's not like it's the same shit I've been playing for 20 years now. Same Zelda, new coat of paint, same Pokemon, new coat of paint. Like, oh, and then there's Elden Ring. So I mean, So that's the exception
Yeah.
to the rule for now. Until like next time there's a Souls game, like, oh, I got to get that. But I could go back and play Bloodborne for some reason. But anyway, this is a long time away. Has not even been officially announced. But it is supposedly coming, and I would at least say I'm going to get it. Maybe if I don't get it the same day that it comes out, but I would at least try to get it. At least there's intention to get it. And like most intentions, they don't always come through. And that's where I'm kind of at with PSVR 2, because we finally got the pricing and the release date, and I was off by $50. The pricing 500 and oh wait, no, I think it was $100 off. I thought it was $549. No, it is $599.
That's with the Horizon bundle, right? Or is that?
Yeah, no, that's with the Horizon bundle.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry,
But-
I was right. No,
but-
$549
You're
in the
right.
US.
Yeah.
But VR and VR2 are not backwards compatible, so it makes no sense to me why you would buy that and not the game, because what the hell are you going to do with it?
Yeah, exactly.
So you might as it's $600. That's how much
Yeah,
it is.
exactly.
600, yeah. You get it comes out February 22nd. So nice release date 3 months away from now. Nothing currently major happening that month as far as the gaming goes. But yeah, so Horizon Call of the Mountain is currently the most expensive game you can play on a PlayStation, because it costs you $1,100 to play that game.
Jesus.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Like, it's up there with Half-Life Alyx, which requires a Valve Index, which is a $1,000 VR headset for a $60 game. But yeah, $1,100 will net you Horizon Call of the Mountain and a PS5 and a PSVR 2. Oh, and if you want to get the charging stand for the thing, it's like another $50. So not required though.
Yeah.
But for comparison, the PlayStation VR 1 launched at $400 without the Move controllers that you needed. It was just the headset and the camera and like a demo disc. It is now listed for $300. Oculus Quest 2 launched
The VR 1 you can get for $199 right now with the Iron Man bundle.
Ooh.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm just going off what this thing has here. I guess is that like a sale on it for Black Friday or something, or is that just what it's
No,
actually listed at?
that's what actually. Yeah, I think you can get that in most Walmart stores right now.
Okay. But yeah, the Oculus Quest 2 or the Meta Quest launched at $300. It is now up to $400 because they did a $100 price increase for the headset. HTC Vive and like the Valve Index, they haven't really seen much price cuts. I take it back. I guess the Vive Pro, no, the Valve Index is the one you need to play Half-Life. That's $1,000 headset. But yeah, there's also the HTC Vive Pro 2, which is a $1,400 VR headset. They work a lot differently than like a console VR headset does, where they have like little things you put in the corners of your room for like full room mapping and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then now there's a VR headset where you can put it on and it literally plays like Sword Art Online, where if you die, it'll kill you.
That's the one I want. Put me out of my misery.
I just want a realistic, not without, other than the dying part, just the Sword Art Online type of game where you like
you have to have the dying part.
You really do though. Like it's just part of it. It's like the bread and butter of VR. Which they announced a new SAO movie, I think, because in the past couple of weeks we have hit the point in life where SAO takes place, like in the anime or the manga. So right now, this will be about the time people are getting trapped in VR. Very interestingly, Sony's releasing a VR headset within like a 6-month window of when that happens. Who knows? Maybe we're all about to die because of Sony. But
I can only hope.
that's all the news for this week, though. But this is a quick announcement. We are coming up on Game Awards season. Instead of kind of doing it like we did last year, where we pretty much just took all the same nominees and everything that the Game Awards were doing, we are going to be kind of doing our own Game Awards this year, where we're going to be actually picking our own nominees for some of these categories. I've already been posted, I think, some of that stuff with you guys, but for everyone listening and watching this on YouTube, make sure you are following us on Twitter at NGNW podcast or facebook.com/group/NextGen Newsweek, because starting, if not this week, the following week, we'll be having posts. Like, I'll have the posting for all of the categories where you'll be able to start voting. And by then I'll also know roughly what day we're going to do this and when those polls close. But there's about, I think, 16 categories of stuff for you to vote on for your favorite games. They have a lot more categories than like the Game Awards do. And we'll plan a day for where we can probably do a live show, maybe see our beautiful faces again, and figure that stuff out. So anyway, that's my little announcement. And that's actually going to bring us to Video Game 20 questions, but I'm not doing 20 questions this week. Richard is.
That's right. I'm going to do it.
Because apparently I subject you guys to the most horrific struggle and pain ever.
Dude, it's really hard, and I want you to experience it.
That's what she
Is
said.
it Resident Evil Village?
So here we go.
What is Kid Nicky Radical Ninja?
All right. This this was submitted by Geek Baron RW. And
I know that guy.
Go.
Okay, so real quick. Is it me working with Michael and Chase, or am I doing all 20
Yeah,
of these
no.
questions?
Yeah,
okay.
it's all of you. It's all of you.
Okay.
Was this game released before the year 2000?
No.
Is this game on the Switch? Sorry.
Good.
No.
Is it a first-person shooter?
No.
So it's before 2000. Is this game exclusive to one platform?
No. Wait, no. How do you get that it was before 2000?
You said it would be after 2000.
You asked
Wait,
me
what?
if it was released before 2000, and I said no. So it's not. It wasn't. It's not released before. I answered no to that.
Yeah, you said no.
Yeah. So it'd be post 2000.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's Post Malone's game.
So was it released on one platform?
No.
Yeah, that's a no too. That was the fourth question, and that was a no. Yeah, everything's been no so far. It was. Let me see. You said before 2000. That was a no.
Wasn't a shooter.
It wasn't a shooter. That was a
Not
no.
on the Switch, and it's not exclusive to one platform.
There you go. So that's been the four questions. They all been no so far.
Is this game based on a license?
Yes.
Is it a platformer?
No.
Did this game release on the PS3, Xbox 360, Wii generation?
No.
Is this made by a developer who's would normally have an E3 press conference?
Let me do a quick little Google search before I answer that. Okay, so They have had an E3 presence, but you said usually, so I'm going to answer no. You probably wouldn't look for it as a typical or a usual E3, but they have had a show there. Yes, not a huge one. They've had a booth. We'll put it that way.
Is this a Konami game?
It is not.
Michael, you want to ask any questions?
Where are we at? 7
yeah,
or
I'm
8?
here.
That was 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's based on a license, not a PS3 360 game. It's not on the Switch. A shooter
Platformer.
or a platformer. I feel like I need to narrow down what console it's on. Was this a PS4, Xbox One game?
It is available on those consoles.
Is it
Same.
available legally on the PC?
It is available legally on the PC.
Based on a license. I feel like I'm gonna get really twisted up on that license question. But it's made by a developer who not normal. Well, they have a presence at E3, but they don't hold a press conference usually.
Yeah, they have a presence, but I don't think they've ever had like a big whoop-de-doo like Bethesda or something.
Is this a Capcom game?
It is not.
I'm gonna burn one more question. Was this game developed in Japan?
Hang on, let me look and see where these
I feel
people.
like it would be
It was created in Norway.
well. Thanks for
Actually,
that bit of information.
That wasn't a yes. That wasn't a yes or no, but should have just said no.
Norway.
It gave you too much.
Norway game developers.
I know it.
Do you?
Yeah, I think.
Trying to think, is Ubisoft? No, Ubisoft usually has some kind of big ordeal going on. Wouldn't be Ubisoft.
You're at 12 questions.
Okay.
Does this game have a sequel?
No.
One-off license game for PS4, Xbox One. That's not on the Switch. Is the license based off of a TV or movie? TV show or movie?
Yes.
Doesn't have a sequel.
Is this a Telltale game?
All right. So Chase asked if it's a sequel. Were you'd already asked that? Are you referring to?
I already asked it.
Okay.
I was just stating it.
Okay. And then Mitch, you asked if it's a Telltale game.
Yep.
That answer is no, and that was 15.
Like Telltale had like most of the licensed games. It's also a trick question too, like on my part, because Telltale. This is bullshit here, but like there's two different Telltale games. There's the one that did like all like the Walking Dead and like Tales of the Borderlands and stuff, and the other one is the one that works on the Lego games.
Can more than one player play this game in an environment at a time?
Yes.
How many questions are we at?
16.
16.
That question was 16.
Is this game made by Nickelodeon?
No.
Okay. I know the Nickelodeon had a game studio. I didn't know where it was at. I have no idea what the hell a Norwegian game studio is, but if it was Nickelodeon, that's like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and there's some other stuff too, but that's more licensed stuff. So I don't. Oh man. So. Norwegian game developer. It's gonna really throw me off because I really like. I could probably name like a good chunk of game developers, but I don't know. I don't know any from Norway.
Or maybe you do.
I probably do. I'm just not thinking about it. Is it?
You know them so well, so personally. They're sniffing your butthole right now.
Ooh.
Oh man. This is the answer to this game is it's going to be Richard's indie game, and he's like, I made this in Norway because I put a VPN on.
No. No.
Oh man. Based on a TV or movie, TV show or movie, PS4. Where was I'm not asking Richard this, I'm just asking in general. Where was the Square Enix team that worked on the Avengers game from? Because it wasn't Square Enix Japan. I think it was Montreal, but I'm not sure. Where are we at? 17 questions?
Yes, you have 3 questions left.
Michael, you asked if it was a multiplayer game, right?
Right. Is
this an RPG?
The yes or no answer would be no. However, there are RPG elements.
Do you need the internet to play this game?
To do multiplayer.
19, right?
That is 19. Yep. Yeah. If you wanted to play this game solo, you would not have to have the internet.
Well, you were nice enough to give me that description. You didn't have to.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know where Hello Games is from. Well, never mind. I'm thinking about not licensed stuff. Yeah. Anyway.
And I was thinking it was DC Universe, but now there's no single player option on that.
In the Avengers game, is there a single player? Or is it only online multiplayer?
I have no idea.
That's the only good guess that I've got. Just because I don't know where the other Square team that worked on the Avengers game was at whenever they were working on it. I just know it wasn't Japan. They were one of the studios that got sold off to Embracer Group.
It would be Square at all. Square's had a pretty big presence in E3, I would think.
Yeah, but they don't do like their own press conferences, though.
Fair enough.
They're just really they're predominant at Sony's showcases, but did my computer just go to sleep? What the heck? Are we still here? Okay, cool. Thank God. If you guys don't have any other guesses, I vote for the Avengers game.
Well, you still have one question left.
Oh, I thought we had one question. We only had one. Like we had a guess left, and that was it.
No, you got one question and then your guesses.
Have we mentioned the name of this game already?
No.
Damn it. It was the Tony Stark Iron Man game for the PSVR. Other license? Well, no, because that would have been on Xbox. I'm literally just brainstorming out loud.
This game is available on Xbox.
Yeah, I know, but the Iron Man game's not. So let me run through my licenses real quick. It's not Friday the 13th. That's on the Switch. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's Nickelodeon. Oh fuck! This is probably a Star Wars game. Damn it! Who the hell made Star Wars? No, EA made. EA's had the Star Wars license for forever, but they may have a Norwegian studio. EA mostly they never had their own press conferences. They've just always been there. But it has multiplayer, so it wouldn't be like Jedi Fallen Order. Y'all may hate this, but I love racking my brain about this shit. There was that Star Wars racing game, but that I don't think that had single player. I think it was just multiplayer. And I think that came out on the Switch too. Oh my god. THQ Nordic. SpongeBob? Be mad this is a SpongeBob game. No, it's Nickelodeon, never mind. I don't know. Do you guys got any guesses? I can't sit here and just spitball all day.
I got nothing.
Chase, anything?
Nah.
Is this... I can't think of the exact name, but the Star Wars racing game that came out on the PS4, Xbox One generation?
No.
Okay.
Located in Norway, Funcom developed an action...
Excuse me, what'd you say?
Funcom
okay.
developed an action-adventure survival game available for PC, PlayStation, Xbox One, and the Xbox Series X and S, titled Conan Exiles.
Damn it.
See, it ain't easy, man.
I never said it was. It's just interesting, though. But
so the last week, the one that threw me off was like I thought Glover was in Smash, and like I in my head I was thinking it was Glover, and I thought Glover was in Smash, and I was like, so it's not Glover.
Yeah, y'all got tripped up pretty bad about that
like,
Smash thing.
Like an assist trophy, I was like, man, I know he's one of those like fucking stickers or some bullshit.
Yeah,
and yeah.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, I feel like you said that, and I was like, oh my god, like I can't. If I say anything, it just immediately gives it away, and I'm notorious for ruining trivia. So like, I tried really hard to like.
Yeah, man, I thought I screwed myself when I said that the developer was in Norway. I was like, oh damn.
It was made by Funcom. Okay. I know of Conan Exile, but like I've never. I was sitting there like I was driving home from work, and I was like, "What game is Richard going to put up for 20 questions?" Like it's going to be either something that he really likes, or it's going to be something that one of us really like, and it's going to be like this big workaround to like get it.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, I am a huge Conan fan.
Yeah.
I've read the novels. I've played Conan Exiles extensively.
So you were the only one that played Conan Exiles then.
Yeah, that was me. That was me.
Like I remember you talking about it like in depth a lot. But the only other thing I could think of that I didn't even mention, like I had no idea if there was ever like a He-Man game or like a Masters of the Universe game or something like that. And that was like the only other direction I could go in, but like I really was like, I don't think it's probably that stuff because I would have heard about it at least in some
I
capacity.
mean, as of July of 2018, the game had sold 1.4 million copies.
Huh.
It's on a long track to try to beat Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's an uphill battle. It really is.
But I mean, that's great.
I don't know, man. I'm hoping that again, like I said, I love Conan. Marvel just lost the IP that they, I don't know if it's like a lease or whatever, but they lost the IP. So Marvel doesn't own Conan right now.
I didn't know
So-
Marvel owned them to begin with.
Yep. That's why I was really hesitant.
Technically, if I had said it's just a Marvel game, like you would have had to say yes, and then I would have gone through the spin cycle trying to figure out what that would be.
That's a tough question because not necessarily game wise, but in the comic book world, there was a crossover called the Savage Avengers, and Conan did end up joining the Avengers.
That's
So
dope.
Huh.
Well, add me to the list of people who've been stumped on 20 questions. That was fun. It was nice getting to be on the other end of that. Maybe we could figure out some way we could just rotate or something. That way everybody gets to play. But anyways, y'all have anything you want to plug before we get out of here and some of us go to Dreamland, or some people go to Dreamlight Valley, people go to Dream World?
There's lots of deals going on. Amazon and Target. Amazon and Target both are having buy two get one free deals. Gamefly's got their one of their big sales going on. Black Friday events are happening over the next few weeks. So yeah, just keep an eye on social medias and stuff like that for like all these good deals for games. I know the new Modern Warfare will be on sale on Black Friday. If I had to guess, probably around $50. So if you're waiting on that, then I would pick it up around then.
For sure. Dude, no way my PlayStation downloaded that 100 gig game in the time we did this podcast. It did. What? That's crazy. Best Black Friday present ever. Thank you. I talked about my friend John on the show a lot. He's done a lot of the trivia or the 20 questions. Shout out to his brother Jordan for like selling me God of War Ragnarok for like an absurdly cheap price because he just didn't want it and he came with his PS5. Because that's the best Black Friday deal ever. But yeah, if you like Verizon phones, come see your boy if you're nearby. That's my Black Friday ad for the week.
Oh wait, hey, okay. So if you like video games and you like board games, on Kickstarter right now, Slay the Spire, the board game, needed 50,000 to go into production. It's currently sitting over $2.5 million. So if you back it, that's a done deal. It has 8 days to go. And next is The Last of Us: Escape the Dark, which is a miniature-based board game. And it has 22 days left to go. It has also reached its funding goal, so that's a done deal. You have 22 days left on the Last of Us board game. And then in about a week and a half, you'll have the Elden Ring that hits Kickstarter.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, you gotta couple of video game based collectible board games out there that are on Kickstarter either right now or about to be. So check
There's
those out
also
if you're
there's also a really good Black Friday deal on chess board games. They also come with a vibrating butt plug.
Oh,
yeah.
sounds like one.
I
Sounds
hope,
like one of Michael's plugs.
I hope somebody gets that
Target
reference.
has lots of seasonal butt plugs right now. Different shapes and textures, all right there at the front door.
Jesus. I also want to point out that God of War is, quote, ready to play, but also still has 2 hours remaining. So never mind. Not doing that tonight. Play some quick Call of Duty matches and go enjoy the back of my eyelids for a few hours. Anyway, that is all for episode 110 of Next Gen Newsweek. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Chase, for joining me this
You're
week.
welcome.
Yeah, what another great week of next gen newsworthiness. And until next time, have a good week.
This week's episode is brought to you by Elon Musk himself. If you give us $8 a month, we can be official on Twitter.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. Give us your money. Don't give us your money. Give us your money. Okay.